Good morrow, everyone. I am BuddhaCrane, or BuddhaCrane to those of you in America land, and I will be filling in a role here at the Halo Forge Epidemic that hasn't existed until now. The role that I will be filling is that of stereotypical British guy. Oh wait, that's not the role that I'm filling? Puzzle maps. Oh, apparently that's not the role that I'm filling, and I'm actually filling the role of representing puzzle maps. You see, because unlike your infection maps, and your competitive maps, and your woohoo minigame maps, puzzle maps haven't really had much focus on the channel, and that's where I come in. So just who the heck am I? Well, I'm an old school Halo 3 forger who mainly made puzzle maps, and the clips that you're currently seeing are just a handful of puzzles from my old maps. It's with the Master Chief Collection and the introduction of scripting that I finally came out of retirement and returned kicking and screaming back into the Halo forging community. My inspiration for making puzzle maps in the first place was that I was playing Portal at around the same time I was playing Halo 3, and I thought to myself, hey, puzzles are pretty cool, and Halo 3 is pretty cool, so let's try putting Halo into Portal. That didn't really work out too well, so I instead tried putting puzzles into Halo 3, and that was marginally more effective. I still look to Portal for inspiration when I am working on my puzzle maps, not so much for the puzzle ideas themselves, but more for the kind of design and flow of the map. Now, rather than just talk about me, what I also want to talk about is what I feel makes a puzzle map in Halo, because unlike Infection or King of the Hill, there is no game type to say what a puzzle map is, and there are no rules to define what makes a puzzle map in Halo. And to me, a puzzle map is basically a kind of challenge map, where a player has to complete a series of challenges to make it to the end of the map, and therefore win the game. But not all challenges are puzzles, and not all challenge maps are puzzle maps. And I feel the best way to demonstrate this is to make a quick example map where I show a basic example of each type of challenge. So here we are with our first type of challenge, and this is what I call an Easter egg hunt type of challenge, because what you're basically trying to do here is find the hidden thing, and once you've found that hidden thing, you've pretty much solved the challenge. So if we take a good look around here and scour the area... Oh, and there it is, it's the classic mongoose behind a wall. There we go. Now, when you make these kind of challenges, it's a good idea to give players some kind of a clue as to what it is you're hiding or where you're hiding it. And in this case, what I've actually done is given a rather unsubtle clue whenever you jump. And there's a mongoose there on the radar. If you don't do this, then it's basically like playing a game of Marco Polo where no one's saying polo. Okay, so moving on, we have the next type of challenge. And this is the one that I actually call a puzzle challenge. And the reason for this is because there's nothing hidden here, and we have a clearly defined goal of where we're trying to get to next. And the challenge though lies in reaching our goal, because in this case, every time we try to go through the shield door, we get teleported back. And the puzzle is in using what's been given to us on the map, as well as our mental problem solving skills, to figure out the solution. In this case, we just need to block the receiver using the mongoose. Now, while this is a very simple example of a puzzle, it is a puzzle, because we're using mental problem solving with what we've been given to reach our goal. Boom! Next challenge. Okay, so again we have a clearly defined goal here, and we need to go through this corridor, so let's head on through. Oh! This challenge, it's a trap! That's right, you can perhaps come across traps in challenge maps. In Halo 3, these were known as adventure maps, and they were inspired by the likes of Indiana Jones or the Tomb Raider games. It's all about misdirection and trying to trick the player into falling for your traps, and it usually ends in their hilarious death. The solution then should be relatively obscure so that they first fall for the trap before realizing the solution. In this case, you just had to jump across the lights. Here we have the last category of challenge then, and this is what we call an obstacle challenge, typically found in obstacle course maps. The idea here being that it's generally very obvious what it is that you need to do, but the challenge lies in trying to do it, because it requires a certain level of player skill to pull it off. In this case, we're doing a series of jumping challenges. We begin with a long jump, followed by a high jump, and finishing with a curve jump. Yay, we did it! And those are all the categories of challenge you can expect to find in challenge maps. For a puzzle map then, while you can have the odd obstacle or trap or hidden item, by all means mix it up yo, but for it to be a puzzle map, the overall majority of challenges need to be problem-solving puzzles. And with that, this video is concluded. Toodles!